Welcome back to the GAC Group 2015 ITTF World Tour German Open, part of the Super Series. I'm Adam Bobrow, and we are here in Bremen, Germany. It is the men's singles semifinals, the second semifinals for this event. We have an exciting match coming up. We've had 301 entries in this tournament, and out of 184 men, these are two of the last three left in the tournament. Yan An from China, at 22 years old, is world rank number 11, fighting for his spot on the Chinese national team, representing at international tournaments. Been one of the top 5 or so on and off over the last several years. Recently replaced in men's singles by Liang Jingkun. Will be playing doubles with Wu Yang at the World Championships in Suzhou, China. And his opponent, one of the most celebrated players in modern table tennis on the men's side of the game. He's the number 2 seed in this tournament. 27-year-old world rank number 4, Zhang Jike. Zhang Jike, one of 4 Grand Slam winners in the history of men's table tennis. The most recent one, and he's done it in the shortest amount of time, winning the World Cup, the World Championships in the men's singles, and also a gold medal in the Olympics. All done in a little over 1 year. 2011 and 2012 completed the Grand Slam. The shortest amount of time of anybody. All Grand Slam winners. Colin Hui, Liu Guoliang, and Jan-Ove Waldner, the other 3 to do it. On the women's side, all 4 Grand Slam winners, and there have only been 4, have been Chinese. Deng Yaping, Wang Nan, Zhang Yining, and Li Xiaoxia, the most recent. Accomplished it after winning the World Championships in 2013. And Zhang Jike, the only male player of those Grand Slam winners to win 2 World Cups. He did it in 2011 and in 2014. We've got our head umpire, Karl Josef Fleur from Germany, and Gunther Heuner. There's Karl Josef Fleur right there. We had Gunther Heuner, also from Germany, on the other side of the table. Whoever wins this match will be playing against Ma Long in the men's singles finals. Now, while many people have hoped to see a Zhang Jike Ma Long finals, the clash of the titans, arguably the 2 most powerful and threatening players on the planet, I will let you know that this will be no easy match for Zhang Jike. Yan An had a difficult road getting here, facing last year's runner-up Junmi Zutani in the quarterfinals, but managed to pull out the match 4-2 over Junmi Zutani. Before that, beat Bastian Steger 4-1, and in the main draw early on, had to beat Masataka Morizono from Japan, who's been fighting and climbing his way up the world rankings. Zhang Jike has been pushed to the limits. In the first round, the main draw, played against Jon Persson from Sweden, who's definitely had an outstanding tournament. Took a game off Zhang Jike and played him another deuce game. Masato Shiono, in the round of 16, took 2 games off of Zhang Jike, losing 10-12 in the 6th. And in the quarterfinals, the winner of the Qatar Open, Vladimir Samsonov, at 38 years old, had match points on Zhang Jike, losing 13-11 in the 6th, sending it to a 7th game, where Zhang Jike pulled ahead. They were dead even in the early parts, I believe 4-4. Zhang Jike, one of the most determined, mentally strong players in the world. To look at him with match points against him, you would almost guess he wasn't even aware of the score. Focused, treating the points as if it's almost 0-0, playing aggressive though. Again, he was down 3-0 against Vladimir Samsonov. Really turned up the heat. Started attacking all out, playing a much less passive game. Took the initiative. It's almost as if to say he knows he cannot lose. Now Yan An and Zhang Jike have played 4 times in ITTF Pro tournaments. And of those 4 times, Zhang Jike won the first 2, but the last 2, the most recent 2, have gone to Yan An. So in some senses, one could say it's 50-50, but the momentum is with Yan An, having won 4-3 at the Korea Open in 2013, last time they played. This is a best of 7 in their new uniforms. Zhang Jike is going to serve. Game 1, love all. Fast long serve to the backhand to start the rally, and Yan An finishing that rally with a down-the-line forehand rip. Yan An recovering the net ball, and then another forehand rip shot to win the point. Breaks both of Zhang Jike's first 2 serves. Opening backhand from Zhang Jike, blocked right back to the middle. As we talked about yesterday, Yan An, from a table tennis family, was not raised to be a table tennis player. His father, his coach, did not want him to be playing table tennis to start. Health issues. He was given a chance to play and really showed some promise. By the age of 13, was playing with the national program. But Zhang Jike now on the board, 1 point to 3. And that is a rare way to win a point. Yan An lobbing as high as we've seen in this arena. At the World Championships, there will not be space to lob the ball that high. 13-meter high ceiling in Suzhou. And the inside-out forehand to finish the point does finish the point in the favor of Yan An. Zhang Jike was not destined to be a table tennis player at the start either. Father wanted him to play football, soccer to part of the world, but saw that the Chinese national team for football was not as strong and saw table tennis as a bigger opportunity. Very strong start for Yan An. Over the table backhand loaded with spin, and the counter goes long from Yan An. Yan An playing the middle well, but Zhang Jike getting out of the way, looping it back. Zhang Jike arguably the strongest legs in the Pro Tour. And here competing in the World Tour, racing for the World Tour Grand Finals with big prize money at the end of the year.
7-4.
Side swiping receive from short on the backhand side does not fall for Yan An. Kicking the floor a little bit, Yan An saw the opening on the short side of the table. The backhand went long. Very different emotional expressions from these players. The body language, the way they handle their composure on the court.
5-8.
Yan An waiting for that ball to come off. Just barely does. Carefully spins it up deep on the table. Spinny backhand stays low. Loaded with spin, the ball jumps out forward. Now a 4-point lead for Yan An. We saw yesterday against Junmi Zutani, Yan An, very aggressive play, not afraid to go for a big shot in a quick moment. Even there, already started his attack. Was determined to finish it as Zhang Jike took it from over the table deep into the backhand court. Now just trailing by 2 with 2 serves. And after 2 touch shots in a row, little snake action from under the table, hooking it up to the side, but Zhang Jike playing the angle. Despite having won a point lobbing, Yan An is going to have a difficult time taking down Zhang Jike from way off the table. Big opening backhand from the middle of the table out to the forehand side, and it's 2 game points for Yan An in game 1. Little help from a volunteer. Space cleared out in the arena far and wide for just 1 table to be played on. So nobody near the ball. Yan An, 2 game points. Big forehand, and it's Yan An who takes game 1, 11 points to 8 over Zhang Jike. Stick around, we'll see if world rank number 11 keeps up the performance in game 2. And we're back for game 2. Neither player has a coach in their corner. Quick timeouts between games. Touch shot barely comes off the table, and this time it's trouble for Yan An. Last time he saw that opportunity, was able to capitalize. And the loaded spin shot from Zhang Jike this time. Yan An trying to spin it back a little more than usual. In the past, they've gone with a slightly flatter counter. A bit defensive play in the backcourt from Yan to win the point, keeping it deep on the table against Zhang Jike. And Yan An having a fairly successful time countering the opening backhand of Zhang Jike. Stepped around for a forehand, goes inside out, keeps it nice and low. I think I understood that the umpire was warning Yan An that he needs to move his free arm clear out of the way so that Zhang Jike has full vision of the ball from the time it's presented till the time it's contacted. Yan An with strong power, but from a step or 2 behind the table, fails to get the second attack over the net. Fast into the backhand and then steps around to open up with the third ball. Well, Yan An is the underdog by world rankings and prestige in this match. Normally people like to see the underdog win the match. Recovery shot deep in the backhand court. Fans are going to be split on this. Some people want to see Yan An earning his way back into a better position on the Chinese national team. But I know many fans want to see Zhang Jike versus Ma Long in the finals as well. Kicking pendulum serve with some after motion from Yan An does not fool Zhang Jike. Well placed right at the body. Yan An fast and at the elbow. Some quad muscles from Zhang Jike quad.
5, 6.
Zhang Jike right back in this. It's a 1-point game. Yesterday he had to be down 3-0 to really be forced to wake up. A splash of cold water on the face. Little trouble there in the contact for that backhand. The second towel break. Yan An maintaining his 2-point lead. Step around forehand attack. Missed a few times, but still a winning shot for Yan An. Off balance forehand, reaching out, but still managing to cover the ball and bring it back to the forehand side. It seems that for Zhang Jike, the tape, the edge tape, is a place where he goes for peace and focus, constantly looking down, adjusting between points.
7, 8.
Spinny ripping backhand, a little extra strength there from Zhang Jike. Open side of the table. Yan An turns a step early. And Zhang Jike notices it and punishes Yan An to tie it up at 8 points each. It almost seems like it's a feeling, because the amount of time between Yan An's first move and Zhang Jike's shot is so little.
8, 4. 8, 9.
Zhang Jike on a run. Was trailing most of this game. Now has the lead. Beautiful attack. Yan An making a spinny shot low down the middle of the table, and Zhang Jike fearlessly countering it out to the open court. Look how low to the net that ball is, and it comes back equally low but faster and placed well on the table. Seemingly impossible to do that shot. And down at the ground on the forehand side, Yan An cannot recover the forehand attacks. Zhang Jike with several straight points to take it. 11-8 in game 2, and we're tied up. Don't go anywhere. Game 3 will put one player in the lead after this. And we're back for game 3. Zhang Jike tied up 1-1 with the serve. And after recovering a net ball, hits a net and then out. Despite missing that shot, it's impressive how calm Zhang Jike can be when playing drop shots, touch shots, wide angles from near the table as his opponent's back. And when the ball gets a little bit high, he sees the opportunity and just pounds it right into the body of his opponent. Not very high, maybe 4 or 5 inches above the net, if that. And that's enough for Zhang Jike to just step in and pounce it. Again, the touch game from near the table. Very strong. Zhang Jike leaving it low, and Yan An feeling the pressure to finish the point or at least start the aggression. Countered down the line with the backhand and then the cross court from the forehand side. This is the Zhang Jike we saw in the last 4 games versus Samsonov yesterday. Way short on the forehand side, and Yan An trying to use the modern receive with the backhand over the table. Well placed, kept low. Yan An not able to make his shot. Zhang Jike jamming Yan An. Seemed like he caught the edge of his blade a little bit. Let's see a quick apology there. And the quality of shot that Yan An is getting to counter right now is making him far less comfortable on his aggressive play. In game 1, he wasn't missing many of these shots at all. Zhang Jike has really turned it up a notch. Both forehand and backhand, more spin, more speed. Picking his places on the table. Again, unbelievable the way he turns over that ball with his forehand. Strong ripping backhand from over the table. The follow-up forehand in the blink of an eye has gone out wide cross court. Only worth 1 point. Zhang Jike just started sliding over the point of contact. Got about 5 feet from where he started by the time he hit that forehand. Full commitment. And this is 7 game points for Zhang Jike to go up 2 games to 1 over Yan An. Short to the forehand side, does it. Zhang Jike with a very persuasive win, 11-3 over Yan An. Game 4 just after this break. And we're back for game 4. Yan An has the start and the serve here. Love all. Beautiful shot to the short side of the table, deep in the forehand corner. Yan An takes the first point. Really sending Zhang Jike out to full extension on the forehand side.
1-4.
It's a difficult shot from that footing, from around the corner of the table on the forehand side. Zhang Jike taking the pace off the ball. Soft block on the forehand side, forcing Yan An to get the ball from down low on the backhand. Big ripping forehand, full commitment. Yan An can get his arm out and hand on that ball. It's going to be very difficult for Zhang Jike to recover. I guess that's why he puts so much strength and effort into that shot. He doesn't want it to come back. He was warned earlier Yan An now getting a service fault, losing the point. I don't think we were back for the camera view, but the warning earlier was about removing the free arm. That time it was close, but the ball was clearly visible from the moment it was presented to the moment it was contacted. It might only cost him 1 point, but mentally it could get in there for a lot more than 1 point against Yan An.
6-1.
Right now, Zhang Jike in the last 2 games has had a very strong lead in the early parts. Finished last game 11 points to 3 after losing the first and winning the second 11-8. And the change of pace works in the advantage of Yan An as he sees the opening down the short side of the table. The shot before the shot that started this video clip. Just incredible speed.
3-6.
And we're hearing some vocal frustration from Zhang Jike, losing the last 2 points. Back to the peaceful place of the edge tape. Short and low near the net. The forehand flip, no good from Zhang Jike. Half long and low, Yan An with the forehand flip. Again, playing the high-risk shots. Spinny backhand from over the table, blocked up and out. Yan An was down by a lot early this game. I believe 1 point to 6. And is now at 5-7. Winning 4 out of the last 5 points.
5-7.
Huge forehand flip wide cross court. When he leaps up like that, you know what's coming. The 1 foot around the backhand side. Where it's coming is another question. Beautiful shot. That's 2 service faults. Yan An applauding sarcastically the umpire. It's unfortunate. Definitely upsetting for Yan An. But there are rules for a reason. And Zhang Jike, playing by those same rules, has 5 game points. Backhand to backhand, it's Zhang Jike, 11-5 over Yan An to go up 3-1 in the men's singles semifinals. Stick around, Game 5 just after this break.
Vom 27. und Sie sehen das auf unserer Videogrippe vom 27. bis zum 31. Januar 2016 sind wir erneut zugelassen in der Max-Schmeling-Halle in Berlin. Das sind die German Open 2016 der GAC Group World Tour im kommenden Jahr. Vielleicht haben Sie ja dann auch Lust auf eine Reise nach Berlin. Die Nachfolgetour, das Nachfolge-Event zu den German Open in Bremen.
15 Sanchez Zhang.
Excellent recovery shot to start off Game 5. Yan An from below the table with the forehand. Zhang Jike stretching out that right arm and shoulder. Serve coming off the table a little bit too long. Yan An all over it, right down the line.
Left to low.
last serve that Yan An was faulted for wasn't focused on the very point of contact and visibility, but from here, looks like he's changed.
1. 2, 3.
Over the table, the ball comes up. Looked like he was fooled by the spin, Yan An. Interesting thought. These players practice together all the time, even practice matches, qualification matches. You have to wonder what serves they reserve, that they save simply for important competitions that their opponents have not seen. Elements of surprise and deception out here.
5, 2.
Walking through the practice hall, you can see Ma Long trying out new serves all the time. Going for a full arm swing on the counterattack, inside out from the forehand side. Yan An misconnects. Still has a 2-point lead here. A little bit of frustration from Zhang Jike. Heavy underspin. A little longer, comes off, allowing the first attack by Yan An, but it's loaded with spin. Follow-up attack right into the body. Yan An opening down the line. And then follow-up. Zhang Jike having some trouble positioning his block on that.
5, 7.
And at the second towel break of this game, Zhang Jike is still trailing by 2. If he wins this game, it's over. He moves on to the finals. It'll be the match everyone anticipates. Top 2 seeds in this tournament.
5.
But right now, Yan An trying to disrupt the natural order of the seedings is 3 points ahead of Zhang Jike. Fast long serve, second fastest serve we've seen from Zhang Jike in this tournament.
9, 6.
Point for point right now is a winning recipe for Yan An.
7, 9.
Seems to be a very familiar strategy. Ball short and in at the table, followed up by a shot deep at the baseline. Into the body or deep into the backhand.
8, 9.
Yan An trying to play the short side of the table on the loop, but it goes long, and now a 1-point game. Timeout for Yan An. Good time for a timeout, losing the last 2 points. Needs to hang on here. If he can win this game, it's on to the 6th. But right now it's getting tight. Yan An's got to be thinking. Serve and serve receive. What's been working best for him? Right now it's going to be a question of receive as Zhang Jike has the serve. Second serve at 8-9. And that's a strong receive. Ball comes off the table to the middle. Yan An rips it out wide to the forehand court and earns 2 game points. Recognizes quickly that the ball is going to come off and turns to set up for the attack. Goes for the powerful counterattack off the opening spin shot from Zhang Jike. Now it's a 1-point game again. Yan An with his second game point. Softer backhand play does it. Counters on the backhand side. It's 11-9 for Yan An over Zhang Jike. Now 2-3. Yan An is trailing game 6 back just after this break. With the help of Roccadino in the crowd, slow clap started. We're at game 6. Break off the top of the net. Yan An trying to recover from below the table, but the first point goes to Zhang Jike. Fast serve into the backhand and a fast response down the line. Zhang Jike besting Yan An on that serve. An attempted third ball from the backhand corner. No ball there. Got a knock on the forehand corner's door. Yan An stepping way around to get the backhand opening attack right into the body. That's unfortunate. Way out wide on the forehand side. I think Yan An thought he was going to have less time. Already put the racket in his left hand. Quick switch. The touch ball goes way out. It's a rare thing to see the racket switch hands. T-Mobile's done it successfully throughout his career. A few players here and there have been known to do it from time to time. Inside out forehand fast deep on the corner. This is Jan's game. We saw it in game 1, especially in game 1. Started off with a strong lead over Zhang Jike. An unfortunate service error for Zhang Jike to fall in the game. Very open shot down the short side of the table. Open up the shoulders, straight through the ball. Watching the serve very carefully now. Yan An with a very compact backhand off the bounce. High toss serve, and there's no question about the visibility of the ball right now. As frustrating as it might be for Yan An, he's definitely made the adjustments. Break off the top of the net. Zhang Jike still almost gets to it. Gets his racket on the ball, just hitting the edge of the racket though. Ripping backhand from the middle of the table. Yan An extending his lead to 3 points. The backhand receive has been very effective for Yan An. Times like this, you wonder if Zhang Jike is going to serve fast and long to the backhand corner. He does not. Short middle forehand side. At the second towel break, Yan An is leading by 4 points. After an 11-3 and an 11-5 win for Zhang Jike, this is looking pretty even.
8-5.
The Ovtcharov couple there on the right-hand side. Not in the blue shirts. Those guys, different. Who knows?
6-8.
It's a 2-point run for Zhang Jike. This is his chance campaigning to finish it in 6 games. Beautiful counterattack, hooking back in wide out to the backhand corner from Yan An. You can see how much spin Zhang Jike got on that ball, arcing his back. Really getting the whole body into that shot. But Yan An now back at a 3-point lead. A frustrating experience for Zhang Jike, going for the short forehand. Yan An blocking and bending that ball out to the forehand side, and now has 4 game points to send this to a 7th and deciding game. And that is it. Underspin to the middle of the table, and it's 11-6 Yan An over Zhang Jike. We will see a 7th and deciding game. Again, these players are 2-2 head-to-head in matches, and 3-3 in this match. Don't go anywhere. The excitement is about to come back and start. Here we are in Game 7 of the men's singles semifinals. Zhang Jike trying to keep the arm loose, the blood flowing, so nothing cramps up or gets too tight. With the serve, love all. Missed receive, left up too high near the net, and Zhang Jike comes in to take the point. Yan An waiting patiently as the ball comes off the back of the table. Slightly less careful shot than the first time we saw him take that ball. Half-long serve either bounces twice on the table or barely comes off the back edge, creating a difficult shot for Yan An, as it did. Beautiful receive out wide to the forehand side. Zhang Jike making a decisive play. Taking just an extra moment on that ball to get the angle out wide to the forehand side. Yan An hadn't made his move, could not tell where the receive was coming. Looking for the forehand attack. Inside out forehand. Zhang Jike off to a strong start, up 4-0 this game. See the wrist bend back off the back end of the table to go inside out deep to the backhand corner. And fishing from deep in the backhand court, Zhang Jike brings it back several times, but Yan An patiently spins it on and takes his first point this game. Ball received up too high. Zhang Jike putting it away to the forehand side as the players switch sides. It's a 4-point lead for the world champion, Olympic gold medalist, World Cup singles champion. The quads, Zhang Jike. Stadium filled up high. Seats all over the arena. Opening shot from the backhand. Zhang Jike getting away. Racing forward in this game toward the finish line. The clock is ticking for Yan An. After playing the touch shot short to the forehand, Zhang Jike sends Yan An on the run. Just short, top of the net and out. Now a 6-point lead for Zhang Jike with 2 serves. Make that 7. This is looking like the final you all wanted to see is going to be on the way. Right down the line, beautiful shot. Again, when you have a player defensively playing, lobbing or fishing, you want to keep it in the backhand corner unless you can hit a shot that your opponent can't reach. Only time to go to the forehand. It's exactly what Yan An did. Banana flip from over the table. It's 2 in a row for Yan An. Serve earning a nice high receive. Hits a ball that looks like it might be in a behind the back attempt from Zhang Jike right into the body. It looked like he wanted to go behind the back and then saw that he didn't have to. Still up 4 points. Break off the top of the net. Suddenly it's a close game. Yan An within 3. Cannot relax. It's easy to take it a little easy when you're comfortably, in quotes, in the lead. But that's 4 in a row for Yan An. Fast serve deep to the backhand from the reverse pendulum. That's a risky serve and it fools Yan An. Zhang Jike back to a 4-point lead. That was a clutch serve right there. Could have been a 2-point game. Very spinny forehand from down low. Yan An turning it up just a little bit. Level 11 right now. And the touch shot from in near the net, giving trouble to Zhang Jike. Now it's a 2-point game. It was 1-8 Yan An was trailing. Every shot has just a little bit extra right now from Yan An. A little extra spin. When it's soft, the placement, it's very focused. Excellently placed serve, barely coming off the table. Yan An had his opportunity. The ball came off. Seemed like he was a bit jammed with placement, maybe fooled with the spin. Understandable that he had his hand in his hair. And now it is 3 match points for Zhang Jike. And the lob is off the table. It is Zhang Jike, 11-7 in Game 7. What a match. A roller coaster ride. Both sides putting up their best fight. But Zhang Jike, world rank number 4, the second seed in this tournament, moves on to the men's singles finals to play the world rank number 1, Ma Long, just later today. Don't go anywhere because we've got our second women's singles semifinal coming up after this break.